In a dusty village nestled on the edge of Nigeria, where ochre clay huts cling to the red earth, lived Amara, a humble seamstress known for her kindness despite her own hardships. Each dawn she rose before the sun, threads dancing through her calloused fingers as she stitched garments for neighbors who, like her, egged out a simple life. Amara's greatest treasure was a finely woven blanket passed down by her mother. It warmed her on cold desert nights and reminded her of families she had lost to drought, yet baskets of millet and goat's milk alone could not fill her belly. Hunger gnawed at her ribs. One evening, as the orange sun dipped low, a ragged stranger stumbled into the village square. His eyes were sunken, his clothes torn. He collapsed at Amara's feet, murmuring prayers she barely understood. Without hesitation, she offered him her last meal, a bowl of millet porridge. By dawn, Amara's hunger had nearly toppled her. The stranger now rested, looked at the torn hem of her dress and the thin blanket around her shoulders. Take this, he said, pressing a handful of coins into her hand, enough to feed her for weeks. But he asked nothing in return except the blanket. Torn between need and sentiment, Amara surrendered her only blanket. As she wrapped her shoulders in her torn shawl, the stranger nodded gratefully and vanished down the dusty road, leaving Amara with tears in her eyes and coins clinking in her palm. News of the stranger spread. Some called him a nobleman in disguise. Others whispered he was a spirit sent to test her. Villagers stared at Amara with pity and awe. She, however, felt emptier than ever. On the seventh night after the stranger's departure, a gentle knock sounded at Amara's door. There he stood again, this time clad in fine robes and golden sandals, that same ragged man transformed. With a voice like distant thunder, he revealed himself as Kofi, a spirit of the desert sent to honor those who give selflessly. Your blanket was more than cloth, he said. It was your heart. Kofi waved his hand, and before Amara's astonished eyes, her hut transformed. Sturdy walls of sun-dried bricks, a loom heavy with colorful thread, baskets brimming with grain, and at her feet a new blanket, more beautiful than the last. As word spread, neighboring villages came to Amara's door, not to beg, but to learn her craft. Under her tutelage, they wove blankets that kept entire families warm through the harshest winds. Amara never forgot the hunger that drove her to sacrifice, nor the kindness that rewarded her. She understood that true wealth lies not in possessions, but in the giving of oneself. Today, in villages across the Nigeria, the legend of the generous seamstress reminds us when we give from our hearts, the universe repays us in ways we never imagined. What small act of kindness will you offer today?